coach is going to start with an opening statement and then take questions.
Tough game. We knew coming in here what it was going to be. They're a team that's just relentless for 40 minutes. That's a testament to Coach Cronin. The culture is set at a very high level. And we knew coming in here we were going to have an opportunity to win this game, that we were going to have to fight for 40 minutes, and we didn't do that for 40 minutes. We did it for 80% of the game, and that 20% that we took off, they took full advantage of it with 16 offensive rebounds, and they got 36 free throws. So all the toughness categories, they beat us in it. Even though we did some good stuff, we knew what to expect, and it still happened to us. You know, there are no moral victories. Very tough loss because we felt like we needed this win, and we'll just get ready for the next game.
On that last play, is that just Isaiah's got to see him?
He's got to see him. He's got to see him. He was just trying to get out. I mean, Jeremiah the ball. That didn't lose the game.
Right.
That was just a good play on Logan Johnson. I mean, he only played a couple minutes and he affected the game. So that's something that I've seen from him all year. Coming in the game, offensive rebounds, scrappy points or scrappy defensive situations, and things of that nature all year. So he stepped up again at the right time.
You mentioned that you knew that this would be a close game coming in. Did this prove anything to yourself, or was it pretty much exactly what you expected?
Man, honestly, it proves that we can, if we get it right, the game plan right, that we can be pretty good. We didn't make enough winning plays at the end or throughout the entire game, and they did. Jaren took over the game just like any true veteran would, and the rest of the guys just followed behind. So, I mean, to me, it just helps us understand that if we just stick to the game plan, then we can be pretty good.
You guys did a good job on Cumberland in the first half. Was it just him wearing out the defense, or did he do something different in the second half?
Well, he just made his mind up to put his shoulder and his head down and make shots, and the shots that he made were not easy. None of the shots that he made in that stretch were easy. I mean, these are shots that he makes all the time, which is, you know, it just seems like he's just built for that time of the game, to where he just does those type of things, and you just got to hope that he's off. And in the first half, we loaded up better on him. And in the second half, it was more of a one-on-one battle. He took the challenge and won that.
When you look at this, were you, both because of the offensive rebounding, the turnovers, and the foul, will you look at it as like an opportunity was there?
It was a definite opportunity there. We just kind of spotted him too many points early. We got behind early and then had to just fight, and could never get the game tied. And time was on their side. You know, the longer it took, that was going to be on their side. And we didn't make enough plays to come in here and win this game the way that we should have. Even though we were a bounce away from getting an opportunity, maybe from half court, a little past half court with 4 seconds left. But you know, we could have taken care of our business earlier. It would have been a lot better for us.
Bernier's technical thoughts?
That was tough. I mean, that was not smart on his part. He never stepped over anyone. That's just a sign of disrespect, honestly, and you don't do that. You have to walk around. I don't know why he tried to do that at that point. I mean, I'm going to back my player 100%, but that just wasn't smart at that time of the game. I mean, of course, you know, Jaren had it going, and maybe he was trying to play a mind game or whatever, but that was at a bad time, that technical, because we kind of had him right where we wanted him.
You've mentioned you want your team to be playing its best basketball at this time. Do you still feel like that level you thought you could get your team to by the time the AAC tournament starts is still in striking distance?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're getting better. If you can come in here and play with this team as hard as they play for 40 minutes, I mean, they're saying something. There's been a lot of teams that have come here and lost. I think the record is crazy the last 3 years in this building. They don't lose here. And you got to bring an A game every time you come in here to play them.
The chippiness obviously impacted the game that you're talking about with the technical, but do you like the vibe of this game and this round?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's just like how it was back in the day. It's just nothing's easy. Everything is earned. The toughness, we knew the crowd was going to be rowdy. It just is what it is. It's a Cincinnati-Memphis game.
Were the technicals a sign of them trying to have more of an attitude and be tougher, or was it?
Well, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I have his back. You know, however he felt at that moment, it just wasn't smart at that time to step over him, because it was just easy just to wait on the ball to come back in and just maybe try to take a charge or try to do something else mentally. I don't think he knew that was going to be a technical, but obviously that's a sign of disrespect.
It's looking like you're going to have to win 4 in a row to win the tournament now. Can your team do that? I mean,
nothing's impossible. I mean, we're not just counting on that we're at home, but we are at home. So with our crowd, sleeping in our own beds, and this is something that we didn't want. We wanted to get to a first round bye. This game was big tonight, but we're going to have to just lock in if that's the case.
I know you said you hate losing, but it seems like your mood after a game like this, where you battled and it was tough all the way to the end, is a little bit encouraging.
Man, honestly, it's just when you understand how hard we work and how we just the game plan that we had. If we just stick to that game plan, this is a W. There's no knock on them. We had them right where we wanted them. It just could not. And that says a lot about them, though, because when plays had to be made, they made them. But, I mean, I am encouraged a little because, like I said, we're heading in the right direction. We just didn't want to be in this situation this late in the season. And like I said, it's still just no more victories for me. You got to get this win.
Do the bigs have to be stronger than they were tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Isaiah Maurice played a really good game. You know, his best game of the year, 14-7 against those bigs. I think he came to play. Mike Parks just didn't have it tonight. He just didn't have it tonight.
How much did it hurt you when Ray picked up his second foul in that first half and he had to go to the bench for that?
Well, it hurt a lot because Keevan wasn't playing well. He wasn't playing well at that time, and Ray is a guy that we need with energy and and our best wing defender. So, yeah, we had to bring the freshman in to play against Cumberland.
As competitive as you are, as a player and coach, does Cincinnati feel like a monkey on your back?
You know what? I don't really look at it like that because honestly, when you compare it to teams back in the day, it wasn't a comparison with us and them. They had a loaded squad. We've always had teams that could compete, but when you look at the talent that they had in the past, and then this year, honestly, it's just I don't look at it as like a monkey on my back. I just know it's going to be a tough game, and you got to get kids that are going to go in there and fight like they do. He's been here 13 years. He set his culture. He has his kids, so it makes it easier for them to come in and play that style.
One more question.
Does Jaren get your vote for Conference Player of the Year?
My vote is going to Jeremiah Martin, but I ain't going to lie, the second one would be Cumberland. No doubt. I really like his game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach.